Hi petals, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Aura and I hope that you are doing really well today. So today we have another pick a card reading, and this reading is all about what timeline are you shifting to. I put out a poll on my Twitter as I had two different ideas come through for a timeline pick a card, and this is the one that came out on top. I am thinking about doing a timeline themed series, with the next reading being about what does your highest timeline look like. So if you would be interested in me doing that reading, and if you are vibing with these timeline themed readings, please drop a lightning bolt emoji in the comments, and that will let me know that you'd like me to do more readings like this one today. Before we get stuck into exploring some information about timelines and what we will be looking into today in your reading, I just want to say, as always, a huge thank you for all your likes, your comments, subscribes, tips and donations. I truly appreciate all your support of myself and the channel, so thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you do feel called to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. But let's get stuck into exploring a little bit about timelines. What are they, and what shall we be diving into today in your reading? So the amount of timelines is infinite, and the possibilities really are endless. We are constantly shifting timelines dependent on our choices, our actions, our thoughts, our feelings and decisions. And there can be lower timelines or higher timelines. That's not to say that one is good and the other is bad. They all have a purpose and ultimately are a part of our path and journey. Our soul and higher self has a plan before we come here, which we could liken to a bit like a map, and dependent on our lower self and our choices that we make as we move through life is dependent on what route we take and where we will be exploring to get to our final destination. The good news is that we do have some control over what timeline we are aligning and moving to, and we are able to jump timelines if we focus on it and choose to do so. I have done this a few times myself via guided meditations. You can find many of them here on YouTube if you are interested in exploring that, and I will link below a guided meditation that worked really well for me in case you wanted to check that out. So today we are going to see which timeline you are moving to, considering the energies around you at present and the choices that you are making. So we do have three different options to choose from today, and I was intuitively guided to choose a different tarot deck for each crystal and each option today. So for option number one, we have the Modern Witch Tarot with this beautiful amethyst sphere. For group number two, we have the Mosaic Tarot with this beautiful green fluorite sphere. For option number three, we have the Muse Tarot with this beautiful lemon quartz sphere. So please pick a pile, a tarot deck or crystal that you feel intuitively drawn to. You may find that you feel drawn towards a certain crystal and also a different tarot deck. That's completely fine to watch more than one reading. That just means that there may be more messages spread throughout those readings for you. Remember that these are general readings, so only take what resonates for you and lovingly leave the rest. You have ultimate control over your life, and you have the power to change anything anything that you may not be happy with, so never forget that. All my readings are timeless, so whenever you find this reading is the right time for you. So without further ado, let's get stuck into these readings today. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the pinned comments, and I shall see you at your selected group. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading if you selected the Modern Witch Tarot or this beautiful amethyst sphere. This is your reading today for what timeline are you shifting into. So we will be discovering the timeline that you are shifting into. What energies are you transitioning into? What energies are around this timeline? And also towards the end of your reading, we will be channeling through messages and exploring and bringing through any guidance for this timeline that you are shifting into via the tarot. But first we will start with oracle cards. I have already shuffled and pulled multiple oracle cards for you off camera to save some time today, Group 1, and we're just going to get stuck right into these cards and see what messages want to come through, what timeline you are shifting to, like I said, the energies and what you may be able to expect. Remember that if you don't like any of these messages that come through today, that's okay. You don't have to claim it. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video today, that you always have control over your situations, your outcomes, and what timelines you are stepping into. But let's first see what energies are surrounding this timeline that you are stepping into. We have the Beggar card here come through with the light attributes. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And the shadow attributes here say dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Okay, very interesting. So this timeline that you are shifting into is a timeline of awakening. You're going to be awakening, having some sort of spiritual awakening. Now, you might be saying, I've already had a spiritual awakening. We have actually multiple spiritual awakenings. We don't just have one. So along our spiritual journey, we can expect to have multiple different awakenings at different levels and intensities as well. So the timeline that you are shifting into, there's definitely an awakening coming through here. An awakening of you really stepping into your own inner power, I'm hearing. An awakening of connecting with your humility, your compassion, and your self-esteem as well. So there's a chance here and a timeline for you and an option for you to really enhance your self-esteem or work on your self-esteem, or just, build up your confidence in some way, which is really good to hear. The shadow attributes here, dependence on other to the exclusion of efforts. Now, remember what I was saying if you listen to the intro of this reading today. There are higher timelines and lower timelines. So the timeline that you are stepping into does have a different variation of options, that you may find yourself in, and that is really dependent on your own choices, your own attitudes, and the directions that you take. So potentially the lower end of this timeline that you are stepping into may cause you to have a bit of a dependence on other people, almost like stepping out of your power rather than stepping into it, almost a disconnect with your own spiritual authority, your own spiritual being, feeling like you have to depend on other people, and maybe not having confidence to make actions or movements forward in some areas of your life. Let's see what other energy is coming through for you on this new timeline. We have the second chakra here, Archangel Ariel, coming through. The number 36 might be significant for you, or the number 9. But this second chakra is the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is the center of passion. It awakens the power of creation, and it allows a person to discover the power of choice and create intimate relationships. So that's really interesting. So you are stepping into a timeline where you're going to be able to increase intimacy with other people, I'm hearing increased vulnerability as well. So feeling like you're able to open up to people is definitely an energy that is coming through for you. And the sacral chakra is motivated by pleasure, and it promotes emotional well-being as well. So this really is on the higher level of this timeline that you are stepping into. There's really a powerful shift here taking place. You're going to be able to really choose to step into your power if you're able to do so. Choose to connect with what you are passionate towards. What brings you pleasure in this area in terms of creation. So it could even be creating something, creating a project, and for some of you it might even be creating a child. For some of you, if you are wanting to get pregnant, that is actually a message that is coming through here, because this card, it doesn't depict an angel holding a child, but as I just saw that in my peripheral vision, I saw an angel cradling a child, which is really interesting. So for some of you, you might be stepping into a timeline of becoming pregnant or having a child, potentially even fostering, or taking on the responsibility of looking after a child. For some of you, even an animal. Just really connecting with that area of wanting to nurture is an energy that is coming through here. So that's really interesting to see the different energies and the different paths that you can take on this timeline. And remember, you are the one who has power and control over that. We have here energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Really interesting here. So this is energy here of you being able to connect with healing, of stepping into being able to manipulate and control energies, really mastering something here. We can see on these two cards there's angel wings there and there's angel wings there, so we're already hit with a lot of angelic energy coming through here. So I do feel like this is a time where you're going to be able to connect spiritually a lot as well. And it's really interesting how you chose the amethyst there as well, which is a stone of intuition, psychic abilities, enhancing your psychic abilities and intuition. And it's very much a spiritual stone for me. I always wear my amethyst ring whenever I'm channeling, because it helps me connect to the higher realms to be able to bring through the messages. And also I've got an amethyst there as well. I just love amethyst in terms of anything spiritual. It's very, very powerful. So the crystal amethyst could be beneficial for you along this new path as you step and shift into this new timeline. Let's see what else we have here. We have dream time and creation. Yeah, exactly. This message of creation, being able to create something. I am getting this energy of like the solar plexus coming through now as well. So the sacral chakras and the solar plexus chakras are going to be really activated, I feel, as you step into this new timeline. An ability to be able to create things. You might be very artistic or just have a lot of artistic ideas. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are an artist in terms of painting. You could be, but you don't have to be. You might just be someone who has a lot of practical ideas that you implement in your everyday life, whatever it is that you do for a career, whatever it is that you do for a job. There's just something about here about spilling out a lot of ideas. So make sure that you are acting on these ideas and bringing them into fruition and creating them, because I do feel like this is going to be a very creative time for you as you go forward into this new timeline. Let's see what else we have. We have a friendship coming through here. So interesting. You're going to be aligning with friendships. Friendships are going to be important for you on this next shift. Really incorporating your friendship groups into your life, or finding a new friendship group or even a new friend, becoming closer with a friend, really having that connection time. You might even be creating or working on something with a friend group here, or a friendship coming through. I do feel like there's going to be healing taking place with any friendships that you might have been struggling with, or maybe if you've had a recent disagreement or falling out with a friendship. I'm being shown the Six of Cups here. I do feel like you might also get an old friendship reaching out to you, wanting to connect back with you here, because I'm being drawn to this face that is over the top of these three friends, and it's reminding me of someone looking over you, someone thinking about you and wanting to bring this celebration and this fun back together again. It could even be a friend that you are around currently, who feels like you might have drifted apart a little bit, and you're maybe not as close, or you're not hanging out as much as you used to, you're not talking as much as you used to. But this is an energy coming through here. You're strongly stepping in to your alignment with your friendships. I feel like this is going to be very important for you as you step into this new timeline. Yeah, interesting. We have here a deep knowing coming through. The number 43 might be significant, or the number 7. You're connecting with a deeper knowing here. Real intuitive hits are coming through here, because we're seeing the moon and we're seeing this owl. So you're going to be really connecting and stepping up spiritually. I really do feel strongly in this new timeline. Aligning your creations with your manifestations. I do feel like visualization is going to be very powerful for you. I feel like some of you, this timeline that you are stepping into is a timeline that you have envisioned. It's a timeline that you have created. I say that we all create our own timelines. We all create the places that we shift to, but I feel like this is more of a conscious creation, something that you've really wanted to bring in here, something you've really wanted to birth, you've wanted to create, you've wanted to manifest, and it's almost like this deep knowing that you have within you that this is going to work out for you. That's really going to help you along this timeline. So really making sure that you're focused on what it is that you want to create, because you are very powerful at this time. There's a powerful shift taking place. There's an awakening, a spiritual awakening. I do feel like you're going to be stepping into this new timeline, able to see things a lot clearer, able to see things that maybe you didn't see before. I do feel like you're going to get a lot of revelations, a lot of reveals, things being illuminated, things being brought forward, things being brought to the surface, potentially emotions as well is something that is coming up. You're just going to be able to know things. I do feel like you're going to get a strong activation of claircognizance, where you literally just know things and you don't understand why. You just have this intuitive download that this is the way that something is, or this is how something is going to be, or this is how something is going to turn out. And you, like I said, you don't understand why, but it's like there's no logic here. Don't overthink it. Don't try to be too logic. I'm being shown the Queen of Swords here. Don't try to be too logic in your thought process. Just let things flow, let things be, let things bloom, and let things create how they are supposed to be created. We then have the High Priestess coming through here. Yeah, absolutely resonant with the energies that are coming through here. This card says discernment, prescience, I can never pronounce that word, prophecy and vision. The number 2 coming through here, which is really interesting. This is making me think of a choice that you might have to make, or some sort of partnership, coming together with someone, potentially even coming together with yourself, connecting your 3D self with your 5D self, you know, the human matrix side of you that we all have, because it's a part of our journey of being human, and then also the spiritual side of us as well, the spiritual higher self, you know, really connecting our lower self with our higher self is a message that is coming through here. There's really an opportunity for you to be able to do that on this timeline, for you to be able to really discern things, to be able to see a real energy of seeing coming through here. Again, we can see another moon there in the background. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the moon come through in the tarot for you today. But I do see you creating, working on something, bringing something into manifestation. And again, this card says vision. Do you remember me saying about you just seeing things as well? I do feel like you're going to be able to know things and see things. So potential clairvoyance also being activated here. Claircognizance and clairvoyance is going to be coming through really strongly for you. Or if you already have these abilities and gifts that have already surfaced for you, I do see that they're going to be getting stronger. That is an option for you to be able to step into. Yeah, for you to just have this greater knowing, this higher knowing. The bird crows or ravens might be significant for you. You might see a lot of crows or ravens. I do see you studying things as well, potentially studying spirituality, exploring rabbit holes, really getting lost in finding out the truths of certain things and certain situations. I feel like this timeline that you are shifting into, you're really going to be able to see the truth of things. So if things have been cloudy or hidden in a veil of illusion, expect that to be revealed to you in this timeline shift. We then have the Holy Grail coming through here. Inner discovery, finding sacredness, you are what you seek. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to be getting inner epiphanies, inner revelations, inner awakenings, really being able to connect with the truth of who you are, why you are here, what it is that you are supposed to be doing. This card is really reminding me of the Ace of Cups in the tarot, which is a card of a new beginning emotionally. It talks about various possibilities opening up for you. Being receptive and kind as well, really connecting with your kindness, which makes sense with this humility card. This beggar card, which talks about humility and compassion. So I feel like you're going to be getting a stronger, deeper sense of humility and compassion, whether it's towards other people or with yourself. Really stepping into your truth and your purpose and seeing things a lot clearer. This illumination of gold here is really standing out to me. It's almost like the sun is going to come out and illuminate anything that has been hidden. You're really going to go on a path of self-discovery. This is really such a powerful reading. And remember, you are what you seek. Okay, that is a strong message that is coming through here. We then also have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. God or source, whatever you resonate with. So this is telling me that there's a potential shift within this timeline that you might be able to maybe some addictions or some past things that you have been holding on to might come to the surface and you might realize them. So for example, you might realize that you have a dependency on something or someone, or an addiction to something, or even a person as well. This could even be something as really simple as an addiction to, being on your phone and scrolling through social media, and just overwhelming yourself with an inflow of content, that is just wearing you down ultimately, and is not really productive for your time. I'm seeing these people falling down here. It's almost like getting lost in something, in the depths of something here. I do feel like this timeline that you are shifting into, you're going to be able to work through any dependencies that you might have, any addictions that you might have, any coping mechanisms that you might have. You're going to be able to work through that and really transmute that and overcome that, if you choose to do so. Really going within yourself. I suppose a little bit of shadow work in a way. Really, our shadow work never ends. So I can completely relate to the I'm hearing someone, oh no, not more shadow work. I'm hearing that, and I completely relate to that. Really, the reality is it never ends, but we can choose, the pace in which we take and how much we shadow work we do and how much we don't do. It's really up to us. And like the light and shadow attributes on this card states, we do have a choice. We have free will. So, we can choose to align with whichever path we want to align with. Remember me saying about having a choice here. Remember that you always have a choice. You always have control. So you have the choice whether to face these challenges, face these darker parts of yourself, or whether you choose not to do so. That's completely okay as well. Let's see, the final card here, we have Soul Healing, number 16 or number 7 might be relevant here for you. Again, we've got 2 7s here. We've got a 7 there and a 7 there. So you might be seeing the number 77 or the number 777. I'm really being drawn to the yellows here in this card, which is really reminding me of the solar plexus. There's a lot of yellows and oranges going through. Again, this solar plexus, sacral energy is coming through here, really being activated. But this card says soul healing, align with your essence, see your true colors. So we've got another card here about healing. We've got energy healing here and soul healing coming through. So there's a healing that's going to be taking place on this timeline that you are shifting into. There's going to be a possibility of healing. Remember, if you choose to do so. I mean, healing is such a fantastic thing. We all wish for healing, but sometimes it's not easy to heal. It doesn't just happen like magic. It does take inner work. It does take work, whether it's on our physical or whether it's on our spiritual or emotional healing. It does take work, whether you choose to help yourself physically heal, with, just as an example, what it is that you're eating, what it is that you're putting into your body, vitamins, supplements, etc. Or whether it's an emotional healing of overcoming traumas, of overcoming codependencies or addictions. It really is possible for you to heal something in this timeline that you are shifting to. So if you do choose to do so, that is a beautiful possibility that is coming through for you. But let's dive into the tarot now and see if we can bring through some more messages and some guidance for this new timeline that you are shifting into. Can we please get some guidance for group number 1, the Amethyst Sphere, on their new timeline that they are shifting into? Thank you. We have here the 7 of Cups. What else? Oh, wow, we have the Page of Wands wanting to flip through there. Beautiful. What else do we have? Oh, we have the 2 of Cups. Yeah, some sort of connection, some sort of coming together. What else do we have? I did just see the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck previously, and now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's a potential coming together with a divine counterpart here. If you haven't found the one already, I do feel like there's an energy of you being able to shift into this timeline, shifting into this timeline where you can come into connection with a divine partner, a divine counterpart, someone who aligns with you, someone who matches you, and you are really in sync with. And with it being the King and Queen of Pentacles that I saw, this is a connection that can go the distance, really solid, laying solid foundations, someone that you can settle down with long term. And we did just see the 6 of Wands there as well, so there is some sort of victory and celebration here. Being able to be seen, publicly recognized, success. For some, this can indicate fame, stardom, being noticed, being up on a stage, whether it's literal on a stage or even on social media, just having a large platform. What guidance do we have? What guidance do we have? Thank you. Okay. Interesting. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck there. Okay. So really, the guidance for you in terms of stepping into this new timeline, the timeline that you are shifting into, is remembering that you have ultimate control and power over your direction at all times. I do feel like there are going to be many choices opening up to you. Do you remember me saying about potentially having a choice here with the number 2 coming through in the High Priestess card? I do feel like, you know, there's an energy of having to make a choice and having a lot of options to choose from, potential confusion and clarity, but you're being guided here with this Page of Wands to, you know, really follow what it is that lights you up, because the Wands suit is a suit of creativity, of passion, and again this energy coming through here of the sacral, the solar plexus, this creation card here, aligning with your true essence. There's definitely this energy coming through here, following what it is that lights you up, following what it is that excites you, that brings you passion. The Page of Wands does talk about a new exciting new plans, and also of good news as well. So do expect there to be some good news coming through on this new timeline that you are shifting to, and I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of inspiration, so it's really important to follow your inspired ideas here, especially when it comes to making choices. What is it that inspires you? For example, you might have been going for some jobs, and you find that actually you have a few different jobs that have got back to you wanting to have an interview or offering you a job, and you might have a choice between which job to take, and it's like, which job do I choose? And ultimately it's the one that lights you up inside, the one that excites you, the one that inspires you, the one that will open you up to discovering new things, almost like a childlike energy coming through here, one that's going to really evolve your soul, something that you're not going to get bored in. That is really important, because you don't want to get bored in whatever this is. I do see you aligning with something here with this Two of Cups. Like I said, aligning potentially with a divine counterpart, a soulmate, and also this could be within a friendship as well, because soulmates are not only romantic, they can also be platonic, they can also be friendships. So I do see a coming together of two souls that are very aligned with each other, very in sync and very in flow, and you're being asked here to tune into your heart space as you're going through into shifting into this new timeline with this Queen of Cups energy coming through here. Make sure that you're listening to yourself and what it is that aligns with you and what it is that aligns with your soul and your heart here. I do feel like you're going to be getting a lot of expansion here, really seeing things, seeing your true colours as well is a message that is coming through, and you're being guided to really follow that and really tune in with that here. Tune in with your emotions, tune in with your heart's desires. Again, I'm being drawn to this Ace of Cups here. I do feel like there's an emotionally fulfilling new start that is coming up for you, but you really need to follow what it is that lights you up, what it is that gives you passion, but also what aligns with your heart space as well. What is it that you really love? Making sure that you're focusing on that is going to be a really good way of aligning yourself with the higher timeline here that you are stepping into, and it's going to really bring you an abundance of creation, creating new things. I do feel like you're stepping into a timeline of awakening, a timeline of creation, of realizing your power. Realizing an inner discovery here of your power, aligning with your essence. It's going to bring you a lot of healing. There's just a lot of healing coming through, and the Queen of Cups is quite a healing energy as well, kind, caring and supportive. So make sure you're aligning with this natural essence of yourself, because I do feel like you're very kind and caring and supportive person. You're just a kind soul, and you're being asked to really align with that and whatever, if anything is holding you back from that, work through that. You're going to be able to work through that. You're going to be able to overcome that, and really stepping into your connections with others, but not relying on others too much. Realizing that yes, you might have a partner that you are connecting with, or for some of you, you might already be with your divine counterpart. You might already be in a committed relationship, and it's remembering not to be too focused and dependent on that relationship, and remembering the power that you have within you. I feel like that is going to help dissolve any illusions, any confusions here. When you really connect with your true essence and really allow yourself to see your true colours there. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, not holding on, and then the Strength. Okay, so releasing anything that, might be keeping you stuck, releasing anything that might be holding you back. I do feel like there's going to be a release here. And opening up to your soul energy, and opening up to the abilities that you have within you, these psychic abilities, these healing abilities, these manifestation abilities, creation abilities. Stepping into your confidence and your humility, your compassion, your self-esteem. This is an energy in the timeline that you are going to be able to grab onto and really work with. And remember me saying at the beginning of your reading, I do feel like this timeline is a timeline that you have created, that you have been working towards, and that is just another confirmation here with the Magician. And when you step into this timeline, you're going to be surprised and gobsmacked that you have been able to manifest this, and you're going to be really able to see the true power that you hold within you. Wow, this has been such a beautiful reading, group one. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance and some clarity going forward as you shift into this new timeline. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your energy today. Please give this reading a big like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really truly helps out the channel. It lets me know that you have resonated with this reading and that you appreciate my energy, and that's really important to me, so thank you. Also, feel free to comment how this reading has resonated for you today. I truly love to catch up with you. And also, don't forget to drop a lightning bolt emoji if you would like to see more timeline readings, more timeline themed readings, and the next reading that I have planned, which is what does your highest timeline look like. So please let me know. And also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. But thank you again for tuning in, group one. Take care of your lovely selves. See you in our next reading. Bye. Hi, group number two. Welcome to your reading. If you selected this green fluorite sphere, this is your reading today. For what timeline are you shifting into? So you have selected the Mosaic Tarot as well today, group two, which we will be diving into towards the second part of your reading to bring through some guidance for you for this new timeline that you are shifting into. But we will be starting first with some oracle cards here that I have shuffled and pulled off camera for you already, just to save some time. And this will give us a good idea about this timeline that you are shifting into. What is it? What does it look like? What can you expect? And also, we will be diving into the energies as well and channeling through any messages and any guidance that can be beneficial for you on this new timeline. So let's get stuck into discovering what energy this new timeline is. What are the energies that surround it, and what can you expect as you shift into this? We do have the Servant coming through here. The Light attribute, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. And the Shadow attribute, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Okay, interesting. So I can see here that you're stepping into a timeline here of being very giving with something, being very giving with your energy, helping others, and doing that from a place of love and from a place of freedom. So the light attribute, the higher timeline of this timeline that you are shifting into, is an energy of giving to people and it not depleting you. So you're not over giving, but you are giving to others. You're helping others in some way. This could be in your own personal life of just being who you are, wanting to help others from an inner place of love and just you being your beautiful self. Or it could even be a job, stepping into a job where you help other people in some way. You might work in a restaurant, in a bar. You could even work in whatever it is. It could be a hospital, helping other people, just some way of giving to others, providing a service for others in some way. Whatever this service is, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But the shadow attribute of that is using a lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. So again, this is like the lower timeline in this new timeline that you are shifting to. Remember, if you watched the beginning part of my intro for this video, there are like lower and higher timelines within a timeline, I feel, which is in itself a timeline in itself, and we always have choice about which timeline we are evolving into and stepping into. We do have free will. So yeah, this is an energy of the timeline you are stepping into. We also do have a journey coming through as another energy here. The number 2 might be significant for you. This is really interesting because the number 2 was really prominent in group number 1. So I do feel like there is some sort of choice coming through for you here. We can see this person is walking along this bridge and there's a signpost here going in different directions. I'm just trying to see if I can read what they say. Crossroads, scenic view, curious town. And what does that one say? I can't see what that one says, but that's interesting how that one's in shadow. That option is in shadow and those are in the light. So I do feel like there's an option here that you've not been able to see before. You might have got some sort of decision to make, and there's a hidden option here. So make sure that you're looking below the surface is a message that is coming through here. All is not lost. You are not hopeless. You are not bound to the situations that you find yourself in. There is a way out. That is a message that is strongly coming through for you to bear in mind as you step into this new timeline. There's a hidden option here. There's a hidden choice, if that makes sense. But you are going on a journey. You are traveling and evolving into something new. This journey could be literal. You could be going on a literal journey. You could be traveling, exploring. Sorry, I just knocked the table there. Or you could be going on an inner journey, a journey of yourself, a journey of your soul, realizing what isn't for you anymore. You may have come to this realization recently that, whatever it is in your life, whether it's a job, a relationship, a connection, a way of thinking, a path that you have found yourself on that doesn't excite you anymore, you want something different, and you are now aligning with this new timeline that is shifting you into going in a different direction. And you really have different choices here that you can make to align yourself in a different outcome here. So again, always remember that you have control in the direction that it is you are going in. We have here options. Exactly. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Okay, so you're shifting into a timeline where you've got various different options coming through for you. Now, this card in particular talks about career. So this could be a strong shift that you are moving into, an energy where you are strongly focused on your career, your working life. I'm being shown this angel holding this scales here. So it's really important that you're focusing on balance here. Maybe you've been out of balance in your current timeline, or a previous timeline, you know, where you are currently, or where you have been in your near past. Where maybe your life has been out of balance, you know, not balancing work, life and pleasure, not working and not balancing work and play. There's that kind of energy coming through here, and I do feel like you're aligning with a timeline where you're going to be able to balance things a lot better, a lot easier, where things are going to come into balance for you, and things are going to, you know, have a nice energetic shift that is going to, you know, bring you more peace, is a word that is coming through here. You're not going to be overworking yourself or overdoing. Remember, with this servant here, you're going to be giving to others with a free and loving heart. But remember what I said about you're not going to be overgiving. I feel like that is a strong message that is coming through here. You have the choice here to align your actions, align your thoughts, align your intentions with wanting to help others, which is great, but also not overgiving to others, not overextending your energy, not overextending your talents, your gifts, whatever it is here. We can see here on this journey card, my spirit guides are bringing me to the attention of all this luggage that she is carrying here. I feel like you're going to have to really decide about what you want to take with you into this new shift, into this new... I also heard the word paradigm coming through. So I do feel like there's going to be a major shift coming through here for you, or the potential for a major shift. And you're going to need to analyze and really be discerning on what it is that you take through with you, what energies you take through with you, what mindsets you take through with you, what people you take through with you. I just get this energy of decluttering. I do feel like, yeah, that you're going to have to like declutter some things, and you are going to be decluttering things that, you know, you no longer need. They served you at one point in time with the servant card. They served you, but they no longer serve you. So I do expect things that no longer serve you to fall away, and remember that ultimately it is for your highest good. We then have the shaman card coming through, ancient healing wisdom, beautiful. We also had a healing message coming through for the group number 1 as well. So you may have come from group number 1, or maybe felt drawn to group number 1. Yeah, either way, you're aligning with your inner wisdom, your inner knowledge. The shaman is a very powerful energy coming through here. You might be quite spiritual. Some of you may identify as a shaman. I'm hearing past lives you've been a shaman. It's really integrating this ancient knowledge that you hold within you, and really discovering that as well here with this journey, discovering the power that you hold within, discovering this ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge, this knowledge that you are able to heal yourself, and that you're able to also heal other people. That is a message that is coming through strongly. You're able to help other people with the way that you serve them, the services that you offer. Some of you are in a line of work where you offer a service, and this is going to be very healing and very empowering for you and for all the people that you come across as well. I do feel like this timeline you are shifting into has the ability to have an equal balance of giving and receiving here. I'm being shown in my mind's eye the 6 of Pentacles coming through here. Being generous, but also generously receiving as well, is an energy that is coming through. Very interesting. I was just channeling a lot of interesting information. We have new beginnings coming through here. Yeah, this paradigm, the word paradigm keeps coming through for you, group 2. There is definitely a huge shift taking place here. You're able to step into quite a big shift, a big timeline here that I feel is aligning with you very strongly, aligning with your purpose here. An energy for a new beginning, being able to step into a new doorway towards this sun here. All these butterflies are reminding me of transformation. I do feel like there's a deep transformation that is taking place within you or is about to take place within you, really shifting into a new version of yourself, a new beginning, a new job, a new career, a new connection, a new home for some of you. There's just a lot of energy of new coming in here. Discovery, journey and discovery is a big message, a big energies that are coming through here for you. We then have round and round. The number 25 might be significant, or the number 7 might be significant for you. I do feel like you've got the opportunity here in this new timeline shift to be able to break yourself out of any cycles that you may have found yourself stuck in. I feel like you've been going round and round within certain areas of your life where you feel like you might have been on the hamster wheel, feeling like you might not be able to break free from something. This could be anything. Like I said, it could be a job, a career, a relationship, a connection, a friendship, a way of thinking, just a pattern, a karmic pattern is something I'm hearing with this energy of the ancient coming through here. Potentially for some of you, an ancestral pattern that may have been passed down through your lineage, you know, from your grandparents to your great grandparents to your grandparents to your parents, then passing it on to you. And it's like you're wanting to break free from this. I see you noticing patterns, noticing things that you might be getting stuck into and wanting to break free from that. And not only wanting to break free from that, but being able to break free from that, being able to step into a new beginning, to be able to break free from something, to be able to go out on your own, stepping into and embracing a new version of yourself, a new version of your life, realizing that you can control the outcome and you don't have to keep repeating the same old stories, the same old ways of thinking. And being able to balance that out and restoring balance into your life, which is really powerful. We then have the Bard coming through there. The number 7 again. This is really interesting because this number 7 also came through in group number 1. I'm pretty sure it did. So again, you might have been drawn to number 1. So if so, maybe go back and watch this after you've watch this one here. But this card talks about music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. I do feel like, you know, you're stepping into some sort of role of being some sort of entertainer in some way. For some of you, your career might be in entertainment or providing some sort of service for others that is entertaining or healing in some way. Really connecting with what it is that entertains yourself. I feel like you're stepping into a timeline, a shift of coming out of any boredom, any energy of feeling just fed up or bored with life or bored with the way that your life is going, and you're realizing that you're able to create fun. I do feel like you're going to be creating a lot more fun. You might find yourself listening to more music. I feel like that's going to be really important for you, or discovering new music, discovering new tastes, different things that you never really liked before. You're starting to like, you're starting to let yourself enjoy new things, discovering new things here. Yeah, there's just this energy of new coming through here. Some of you might be writing a book, writing poetry, song lyrics, working on songs, discovering things about yourself here with the history, discovering things about your lineage, possibly doing some family history research here. That is something that is coming through. We also have the halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to be wrapping up some lessons and also discovering some new lessons as well, discovering new things about yourself. This card really reminds me of the Akashic records here. I do feel like you're going to be diving deep into your history here, remembering your ancient healing wisdom, remembering your wisdom from your previous lives. I do feel like I see you gathering a group of information here. They're drawing me to this card again. Yeah, we can see here that in his bag, he's got like a bunch of scrolls there in his bag. So it's almost like you're going to be collecting information of some sorts, really diving into your history. But for a lot of you, it will be like your soul history, the history that is in your Akashic records. The Akashic records, if you're not familiar with them, are basically a library of our soul, from the moment that our soul was created to all the different lives that we have and are going to have. All the information is stored there. Everything that we have gathered throughout those lifetimes is stored there, and we have access to that at any point in time. You can do a guided meditation if that would help you, if you are interested in trying to connect with your Akashic records, or just set the intention. And I'm also hearing that some of you are activating them through your dreams and being able to connect with them through your dreams as well. I do feel like you're going to get a lot of confirmations coming up for you in this new timeline shift. And for some of you, you're going to be discovering your spirit guides if you haven't already, or discovering a deeper connection with your spirit guides, wanting to connect with your spirit guides, receiving messages from your spirit guides on a more conscious level, and really learning things here. You're going to be really putting things together that have happened to you, or situations that you are being put in, and really learning about any patterns and seeing and connecting the dots. I'm being shown someone doing the connecting the dots, where you connect the numbers, and it creates a picture. So I do see you doing that. We then have your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. Beautiful. So you're going to be stepping into a timeline of creation here. Like I said, you're really going to be able to see your creative power here. Really see what it is that you can bring into your reality, focusing on what it is that you want to attract and seeing it come through to you, seeing it manifest before your eyes. That is a higher timeline that you're able to shift into at this point in time. Really taking accountability for what it is that you are capable of, and utilizing your talents into something that is tangible, so not only are you realizing and discovering your talents, for some of you potentially discovering a new talent, a new gift, but you're also putting it into practice. You're also going to put it into the reality, put it into fruition here, and utilize your creative gifts, your artistic gifts, and really bring something new into the world here. I really do feel like you're going to be able to discover yourself on a deeper level by connecting with your inner artist, by connecting with your inner creativity, and that's also going to be helping and serving others in some way. So for some of you, you might be an artist in some form here. I'm just getting a lot of creative energy coming through here with the bard and this your life as a canvas. So you're really going to be able to see how you can shift your paradigm, is another word that is coming. It keeps coming through, this word paradigm. So this is going to be something major here. Really being able to see how you are the creator of your reality. I do feel like you're going to bring something in here. You're going to see a shift. You're going to end up somewhere that you have been really wanting to go, but you hoped that it was going to be able to be possible, but you didn't 100% know. But now you're going to be able to see it manifest, and it's going to really surprise you. We then have pure intention coming through. The number 2 is coming through. Find clarity and surrender your ego. So again, we've got another number 2. We've got 2 there and 2 there. 2 plus 2 is 4. So there's something to do with stability coming through as well. Finding stability in some form. Potentially, like I said, for some of you, you might be moving home. I do apologize if you can hear that noise in the background. My neighbor is doing some work in the garden today. Hopefully you can't hear it, or it doesn't affect the reading too much. But yeah, there's going to be some sort of stability coming through for you, some sort of decision that you are going to be making, and stepping into. This card says find clarity and surrender your ego. So yeah, again, with this confirmation and find clarity, I do feel like you're going on a bit of a journey here to discover some clarity within yourself, to discover some truths and find confirmations, and I do feel like you're going to find them if you just keep exploring and keep journeying here. Surrendering your ego, being open to whatever is wanting to come through here, realizing that we don't know everything. Even the best of psychics don't know everything, because it's part of being a human. We're not supposed to know everything, and it's being open to knowing that and honoring that. Things are going to be revealed to us along our path that can be quite shocking in a way, that we did not expect it to be this way, or we didn't expect the answer to be this. So it's being open to that and not being stubborn is a word that is coming through. Really being open to the information that you are receiving here. But let's get into your tarot to discover some guidance along this new timeline that you are shifting into. Spirit guides, can we please have some guidance for group number 2 for this new shift in their timeline, what timeline they are shifting into? Please get some guidance. Thank you. We have the 2 of Vessels coming through there, which is the 2 of Cups. And we have the 9 of Swords. We do have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So there is definitely an opportunity here for you to shift into a timeline of security. The 10 of Pentacles talks about long-term security, stability, financial abundance, material abundance. And for me, it can also talk about a new home as well, setting up your home where it is that brings you a lot of peace, a lot of happiness. So that is another clarification coming through there. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Thank you. And we have the 6 of Swords. Yeah. Travel and journey is a strong message that is coming through for you here. And we're finishing off on the Queen of Vessels there, the Queen of Cups. This does have a real similar energy to group number 1 in a sense, but it is also different at the same time. You're being asked to release any anxieties here. This is your guidance coming through for you on this new timeline that you are shifting into. Really trusting that what is meant to be for you will always be for you. Trusting that the universe is going to align you with the connections and the situations that are a perfect match for you, no matter what it looks like. So surrender your ego. If something doesn't look how you expected it to look on the surface, try and see beyond that. Try and see the beauty in something, even if it doesn't seem to be packaged in a really pretty box with a bow on it. It is still something that is meant for you, something that is aligned for you, and something that is going to be really fulfilling and rewarding for you going forward in the future. We do have the 7 of Pentacles here, so I can see that it's going to be a time of you to reap the rewards for the seeds that you have sown. You're going to be starting to see things manifesting for you that you have been putting your time, energy, work and effort into, and you're going to be really finding out what is aligned with you. For some of you, you might have been working on something and it's going to come to fruition for you, but it's not going to come through as you expected. I do have this energy of someone really working hard towards something and achieving it, but it didn't feel like you thought it was going to feel, if that makes sense. Like the outcome doesn't look like you thought it was going to look like. So I do feel like you're going to have realizations of whether what it is that you have been working on, what it is that you thought you wanted, you're going to realize and find out once and for all and get confirmation on whether this is really what you want. And if not, you're going to be moving away from that. You're going to be transitioning and really discovering what it is that is meant for you. So be open to twists and turns. Be open to things not necessarily going in the way that you thought they would, or going in the direction that you thought they would. There's an energy here of, you know, being loving and warm and just being open here with this Queen of Vessels, you know, having an open heart, having an open expectation here, not judging things, not judging things, and not, you know, I feel like, yeah, you're going to be stepping into this energy of strength and being able to nurture and care for something here. It's really, the Queen of Vessels is really aligning with this servant energy here. Bringing love to other people, bringing care and support to others. This is ultimately the advice, and also being supportive and kind and caring to yourself as well along the way. And you do really have two different choices here, because we do have for the shadow attribute using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. So you might have found that, you know, the things that you have been putting your time and energy into it's really been a struggle for you in a way, like you've not necessarily been seeing the results at this point in time. And it's really not giving up with that. It's not using an excuse of your lack of finances here, because don't forget, we did see that 10 of Pentacles, which is ultimate abundance. So this can have the power to turn into abundance for you. So make sure you're focusing on the positive, and that's really going to align you with the higher timeline for you. And remember that it's okay to move away from anything that you feel does not align for you anymore. It's okay to transition here with a journey. It's okay to choose a different path. It's okay to make a different choice. So as along your way, when you get confirmations, you know, you get realizations, you get clarity here, you connect with your inner wisdom and have epiphanies and realize the patterns that you might be in, realizing that something you have gone for, something you've been putting your energy into, or something you thought you wanted may not be something that you wanted after all. It's okay to move on from that. It's okay to transition and just keep discovering and keep exploring, because ultimately that is why we are here, to discover and to explore and to try on various different hats and various different outfits. But make sure that you're aligning yourself with enjoyment and fun, because I do feel like that's going to be really beneficial for you on this new timeline. But this has been such a lovely reading, Group 2. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I've really appreciated you being here. Please give this reading a big thumbs up, and also hit subscribe if you haven't already. It truly helps out the channel, and it also lets me know that you have resonated with this reading today and that you appreciate my energy, which is really important to me. So thank you very much. Also, please feel free to share in the comments how this reading may have resonated for you today. I truly love to catch up with you. And don't forget to drop that lightning bolt emoji if you would like to see more timeline themed readings, if you'd like to see that series that I was talking about at the start of the video, and if you'd like the next video to be all about what does your highest timeline look like, drop that lightning bolt emoji to let me know. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. If you do feel called to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box, but we hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the Muse Tarot or this beautiful lemon quartz sphere, this is your reading today. For what timeline are you shifting into? So we of course do have the beautiful Muse Tarot today that we will be using at the second part of your reading to channel through some guidance for you in this new timeline that you are shifting to. And I have already shuffled and pulled some oracle cards for you off camera today, all about this new timeline, just to save some time, but we will be diving straight into this now to discover what you can expect on this timeline. What does it look like? How is it going to feel? And we are going to begin with discovering the main energies around this new timeline that you are shifting to. So we have here the Lover card coming through there, the light attributes, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something, and shadow attributes, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay, interesting. So you're stepping into a new timeline here that is going to be filled with a lot of love, a lot of passion, something that you're going to have your heart set on, something, whether this is a job or a situation in your life, a wish come true. It could even be a relationship or a person. We're going to dive deeper to see if any more information comes out regarding this. But another energy that surrounds this new timeline shift is walking away there. Number 27 could be significant for you, or the number 9. But you're definitely moving away from something. For some of you, you've recently moved away from a connection of some sort, whether this was a relationship, a romantic relationship, or for some of you even a marriage as well, and for some of you a friendship as well. So all of those things, moving away and walking away from any kind of connection, is always difficult. So my heart goes out to you for that one. But just know that, this new timeline that you are shifting into here, we can see how this person is walking through that gate, and they are walking through into this area of light here, this field filled with light, and we've got the cherry blossom trees there, and it looks like some sort of butterfly or something there, with this halo of light around it. So you are moving and shifting into a brighter and happier time here. The highest timeline available to you within this timeline shift is an energy of overcoming, an energy of walking into something bright, walking into something better, shifting from anything that has not been serving you, and closing the gate behind you. You can see this person is closing the gate behind them there. So I do feel like you're turning your back on something here, whatever it is for you personally, because it will be different for all of you, but you're turning your back on something, you're walking away, you're realizing that no longer works for you, that no longer serves you, and you're stepping into something new here, something that's going to bring you really good passion here, something that's really going to attract you in some way, and it's really going to get attention of your heart here, but just be mindful of being over the top with whatever this is. So whatever it is that you will discover, or that you have already discovered, that you are aiming towards, that you are walking towards, make sure that there's a balance here, that you're not going over the top with your devotion or your love for something, that it becomes too much of an obsession, that it takes over your life, because there is an energy here of how it can potentially go in that direction, depending on the energy that you are aligning with. Remember, like I said at the start of my video, if you watch the intro, you always have control, you always have choice over, we always have free will, so you can choose to align it with whichever attribute you want it to. We then have Healer coming through here. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Beautiful. I am getting here there's a heart healing that's taking place. There's a healing within your heart chakra. I do see that happening very deeply here. So if you have been through a loss of any kind, like I said, the ending of a relationship or a connection, or potentially even losing someone, There's going to be a healing here taking place. You are angelically protected here. You have an angel that is working with you, that loves you very dearly, who is helping you to heal this. And you are stepping into this timeline now of healing, of be able to healing your heart in some way. And also there's this energy of you being a healer as well. This is a bit of a similar card that came through for group number 1, so you may have come from that group, or you might have been drawn to watch that. Either way, this is definitely an energy coming through here for you, an energy of stepping into your healing abilities, really seeing that you're able to heal people with your heart, just the way that you are, your essence, you stepping into your passion, your appreciation for others around you, for the things that you have around you, is really giving off a huge healing energy to anyone that comes around you. So there's definitely something that you're wanting to share with others as well. I do really see a heart expansion taking place for you. We then have fairies and earth magic coming through there for you. So I do feel like there's this energy coming through here of like a co-creation kind of energy. It's really interesting how we have this kind of butterfly type creature there, but its wings are very lit up, and it's really reminding me of like fairy kind of energy coming through here. So for some of you, you might work with fairies or the fae, or connect with that energy. I do feel like there's something very magical about you and magical about this timeline that you are stepping into. I do feel like you are going to be blooming in some way. I do feel like you're going to be lighting up in some way. I feel like people are going to be starting to notice you. I'm being shown in my mind's eye the Queen of Wands coming through here. I feel like you're going to be stepping into a very attractive energy, this timeline of being very attractive to others, and also attracting a lot of things towards you as well, a lot of good things towards you. I am hearing for some of you though, I have to be honest, I am getting the message coming through that there may be someone who is kind of getting a bit of an obsession for you, or you might have been dealing with someone who has a bit of an obsession with you. Now that's not going to resonate for everyone, but it's just your energy that you give off. It's very attractive, and I do feel like people can easily become obsessed with your energy and your heart, because it is so beautiful, it is so alluring, it is so attractive, and it really does stand out to other people. So yeah, that's very interesting. We then have dreams coming through here. I do feel like you're aligning with your dreams in some way, aligning with a wish, aligning with something that you have been hoping for. I do feel like your dreams are going to be very powerful going forward, and for some of you they already have been recently. Be mindful of the dreams that you're having. I do feel like you're getting insights into this new timeline shift. I feel for some of you, you might be getting visions of the new timelines that are possible for you, almost like a sneak peek, like a trailer. I'm hearing, when you watch a trailer for a movie, it's almost like you can see the highlights of things that are coming up for you. Now for some of you, obviously they're not all going to be good highlights, so you might be getting insights in your dreams of kind of more lower timelines that might be coming through for you, and you're being asked to kind of like switch your vibration, make sure your vibration is aligning, make sure you're staying nice and positive and focusing on the timeline that you want to be on, focusing on the energy that you want to attract, really seeing yourself for the true power that you have here with this healing. You're very capable, a lot more capable than I think you might realize. I do feel like you've got a lot of strength within you as a message that's coming through. There's just something that's very colorful about you, because this color red is really standing out, the color pink is really standing out to me. There's pink again there, purple, there's purple here. So I do feel like there's kind of an alignment with your chakras as well, making sure that your chakras are aligned. I'm seeing like your chakras being lit up like a traffic light. I do feel like you are going to be aligning your chakras and really kind of like activating each one, because I can see all the yellow here as well, like the solar plexus, and the green for the heart. Yeah, there's just a lot of chakra energy that is coming through here, a lot of kind of activations. And also you've selected the lemon quartz, so there's a lot of solar plexus activations I feel coming through as well. So really focusing on your passions, what lights you up, what gives you motivation, what gets you excited. Really realizing the power that you have within. Some of you might practice magic, that's going to be really powerful for you. Some of you may have been working on manifesting this timeline with some spell work or something like that, or maybe just the power of your intentions, the power of your mind, the power of your heart. We then have new life. The number 39 or the number 12 might be significant, or the number 3. Wow, this is incredible. So you're really shifting into a timeline of a new life here. You're really going to be able to almost be reborn in a sense. I see you, really deciding what it is that you want and walking away from what doesn't serve you. And it's allowing that to fall away is really going to be the decider here of the outcome of this situation. You can let yourself be stuck here. You can, become self-destructive here, where you're not letting yourself walk away, you're not letting yourself evolve or move on, or you can let yourself walk away from things that do not serve you and step into this new life here that is wanting to be brought through for you here. I do feel like there's an energy of creating something new, starting something new. This energy did come through a little bit in group number 2. So yeah, there's just a newness coming through here. The ability to be able to rewrite your story, I'm hearing as well. The ability to be able to start afresh. So if you feel like you've been stuck or you've been trapped in a situation, just know that you're stepping onto a timeline now where you're shifting into a possibility of you being able to break free from that, of you really being able to disconnect from something here that was not serving you, something that was holding you back, and really being able to grab with both of your hands this new life, this new start, this new beginning, a new dream come true, a new wish come true. Really seeing the essence of yourself and evolving yourself. I do see some of you starting to, focus more on your physical appearance. Some of you might be doing a specific workout regime. Some of you might be starting yoga, for example, or feeling called to doing something like that. Yoga, Pilates, stretching, dance for some of you, letting yourself dance with life, feeling like you've got a spring in your step again. This is definitely an energy that you're going to be able to envelop here. And we can see here, this person has like fairy wings on, and we do have the fairy card here coming through. So there's definitely a magical essence, especially we can see all these stars. I do feel like things are going to start aligning for you. Do you remember I could see the chakras aligning? I do feel like there's an opportunity here for things to align for you, but it is going to involve you walking away from something here, of really following your heart and letting yourself heal from something. Let healing come through for you. We then have the Grail Knight. The number 6 might be relevant for you. So this says romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Okay, very interesting. So that, there is this energy of romance coming through for you, of, starting a new connection, particularly for a lot of you, or for those of you who are already in a connection that you're happy with. It's almost like, kind of a new start within this, like a refresh. Potentially you might be going on some sort of trip together, some sort of journey together, potentially moving locations together, just shifting into a new energy together if you are already in a happy, committed relationship here. And for those of you who are single, there is definitely a new romance opening up for you in this timeline shift. And again, some of you might have been working on manifesting this and bringing this through. So this is just confirmation for you if that does resonate for you. But this new romance is going to bring a lot of passion, and it's going to bring a lot of devotion with each other as well. But just remember not to be brought down into this shadow attribute of becoming obsessive, and watch out for anyone who might be obsessive with you as well. So watch out for any red flags here. This color red is really standing out to me. And watch out for like love bombing. That is an energy that's coming through here. Really being discerning on, you know, who is a true new romance and who might just look great on the outside, but there is something deeper that is kind of like tweaking at your intuition there. We then do have the Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, and you are rising up. Okay, beautiful. So there's an ascension going on for you here in this new timeline. You're really being able to transcend something as well, to be able to move on from something. The Merkaba is an incredibly powerful shape and symbol here, and it is very much a card of manifesting for me. And we all have an inner Merkaba within us that we can activate. And it's around our sacral solar plexus area, and if you just imagine that Merkaba spinning whilst you're trying to manifest, that's a great manifestation tip right there for you. Very powerful at manifesting, very powerful at activating whatever it is that you're wanting to activate, whatever it is that you're wanting to bring through here. But you are rising up in some area of your life. You're stepping up, for some of you stepping up into the spotlight, being noticed, possibly performance, having a platform here, because we can see this person is on a pedestal, on a platform. Yeah, so you're really being noticed for something. You're rising up, you're ascending, you're glowing up. Remember me saying about you being very attractive at this time. I do feel like there is someone who may be putting you on a pedestal as well, so this is obsessive energy coming through here, which is really interesting that keeps coming through. We've got all paths lead to home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So remembering that whatever path it is that you take is a path that you're supposed to be on, and ultimately it is going to align you with wherever you're supposed to go, whatever direction it is you take, and whatever twists and turn you take, you're always going to end up where you're supposed to go. So just trust the journey and trust that all paths are going to lead you to where you need to be. There is this energy here of searching for home as well. Remember me saying I do feel like some of you might be getting a new home here, a new life. You're going to be able to be connecting with something from your soul that reminds you of home. For some of you, you might be connecting with a person who reminds you of home, like a soul connection is something that is coming through here. You're really going to be stepping into your inner authority, realizing what it is that you want and which direction it is that you want to go in. Turning your gaze within, remembering things, turning your gaze within, remembering your dreams, listening to your dreams is a big one here. Focusing on what it is that you want. Maybe you were in a situation before that, like I said, was not serving you. Maybe you were serving other people too much, or it just wasn't in alignment, and you're realizing internally what it is that is meant for you. For a lot of you, it's going to be to do with this gift of healing that you have. Some of you may be healers in the spiritual community, in the spiritual field. Others of you may be like doctors or nurses or counselors. There's just something to do with healing here coming through, and I do feel like that is an illumination that is going to be revealed to you here, really connecting with your heart space. I'm seeing all this water here. You might have strong water in your chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio placements. You don't have to be. That's just the energy that I'm really getting from this card here. Really listening to your intuition as well is really important. I really feel like, your intuition is going to be speaking really loudly to you. So just pay attention to that, especially when it comes to any new romance or any new connections. And that includes friendships as well. Okay. We then have the Cosmic Sapphire. Number 33 might be significant, or the number 6. This card says act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. Again, we've got another chakra coming through here. The throat chakra is going to be really important. I see you really stepping up here, activating your throat chakra as well, really speaking what it is that you want, really standing up for what it is that you believe in, and not letting anyone silence you any longer, and acting with honor as well. I do see you acting with honor, especially with this Grail Knight here. There's something that you're going to be stepping up into and really acting from a space of, you know, inner honor and integrity here, following what is integral for you, following what is integral for your soul. That is a really important energy to align yourself with, and that is going to get the best outcomes for you. I am actually being called to pull a romance angel card for you, just because you have had the, you know, the passion and the love and the romance energy, connection energy coming through for you. So let me just go and get those cards. Okay, I haven't obviously pulled one of these cards for any of the other piles. I just really feel called to do so for you. On the bottom of the deck, we do have deception here. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So potentially some of you may have walked away from someone who was being deceitful, deceptive. You found out, you decided that you wanted to walk away from that. And for others of you, you're going to be realizing that a connection around you that might be masking themselves as a certain way, might have something hidden within them. And I do feel like it's some sort of like hidden obsession that they might have with something. It could be with you, you know, an unhealthy obsession, or some sort of self-destructive obsession. That is an energy that is coming through. I have just cut the deck to attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Exactly this energy coming through. You're very attractive at this point in time in this timeline that you are shifting into. Can we please get a message for group number 3 about this romance? Oh. Wow, that flipped over straight away. We've got true love there. This is the romance of a lifetime. Wow. Okay, fantastic. So you're aligning yourself with, you know, really bringing in a true connection here, a love connection that is really integral to your soul. Someone who, you know, is going to bring you a lot of love, a lot of admiration, who is going to treat you as you deserve, someone who is going to make you happy. It's really going to be the best relationship of your life. And I do feel like, yeah, it's just discerning between, I do feel like you're going to have a few different options. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like you're going to have a few different people wanting to get your attention. Now, I'm being shown two different paths here. One of the options is going to be an option for you that might not be aligned with your highest timeline. So they might have obsessions, like I said, or some sort of self-destructive behavior. And then another option for you is going to be true love. And remember, it might not seem on the outside like it's going to be a really aligned for you, or it might not be how you envisioned it was going to be when you imagined what your true love was going to be on the outside. But just give it chance and really listen to your intuition here. Turn your gaze within, and that was really going to tell you which is the true love around you and which is the right one for you. On the bottom of the deck, we do have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So remember to offer this love to yourself as well. I do see this timeline that you are moving into. You're going to be having a new appreciation for yourself, for your physical body, for your heart, for your spirit, for your soul. And that is going to make you even more attractive because you're able to see how beautiful you are in every single way. But let's get into the tarot here to discover some guidance for this new timeline that you are shifting into. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of materials. So you're shifting into a time of self-made abundance, you know, really aligning with yourself, spending some time with yourself as well, appreciating all of your accomplishments, what it is that you have achieved, financial prosperity, for some of you, self-employment success. That is an energy that you are shifting into. Can we get some guidance, please? Thank you. We have the Three of Emotions coming through there, the Three of Cups. Let me just move these cards up. Three of Cups. Interesting. And get some guidance for group number 3, please, and this new timeline they are shifting into. Guidance for group number 3 and this new timeline. Thank you. We've got the wheel there. Yeah, something's definitely shifting. I just saw the 8 of Inspiration on the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely a fast movement coming here. Oh, that just dropped on the floor. One moment. We have the 10 of Emotions coming through there, and we have the Hermit. And we have the 6 of Emotions on the bottom of the deck. We've got a lot of emotions, a lot of Cups cards coming through here. Do you remember me saying about the water here, being drawn to the water? You might have water placements, or the water placements could be an energy of this new person that is coming in as well. The connections that you are coming into contact with, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but this is the energy that is coming through here. A lot of aligning yourself with your emotions, and it makes complete sense because we do have lover as your strong energy here for this new timeline shift, really connecting with your heart. So I can see here that you're being encouraged to explore your friendships, explore your connections, really let yourself get out there and connect with other people. I really do feel like that is important at this time. And with the Wheel card here, we can expect there is going to be some sort of shift, and it can talk about a shift for the better as well, a shift of good luck. It can also talk about destiny as well. So I do feel like you're aligning with your destiny here. So be open to wherever you are being shifted to, wherever you are being directed to. It's almost like this energy of going with the flow here. The 10 of Cups, the 10 of Emotions is a beautiful card to receive. It talks about ultimate happiness, ultimate fulfillment here, emotional and spiritual fulfillment, domestic bliss, and a happily ever after card. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you're being guided to really focus and follow on what it is that really brings you emotional and spiritual fulfillment here. Don't lose sight of that, is something that I'm hearing. If you're feeling like you're needing to go inwards to reevaluate or evaluate something, or look inwards for some guidance, you're being encouraged and reminded that you have this guidance within you. So whenever you're faced with an obstacle or uncertainty or any confusion or any challenge, remember to go within, turn your gaze within, like it says on this card, intuition, inner authority. This is energy of connecting with yourself here, of really realizing the power that you hold within. You have all the answers within you to help you along this path. We can see here that there's a pathway there, and it's moving towards the sun. So you are aligning with a really nice timeline here, moving you into fulfillment, moving you into a new life of being recognized, of being seen, of aligning with a true love, a true connection here, a happily ever after. This can also be the family card, the happily ever after family card as well. So for some of you, stepping into evolving your family, expanding your family in some way. You might have a new addition to the family, but there is definitely a shift taking place here. We've got 2 10s, the number 10, the wheel is the number 10, and then we've got the 10 of emotions. So there is definitely completions coming through here, wrapping up of things, endings and new beginnings, walking away and starting a new life, starting a new chapter. This is a strong energy that is coming through here. Remember to celebrate yourself. Remember to celebrate your wins, celebrate your your journey, celebrate your progress is a strong message that is coming through here. And I do feel like that, yeah, there's something to do with children coming through here. So for some of you, there's a new addition to the family. Someone in your family could be having a child. For some of you, it could be a child yourself, if this is something that you've been wanting to plan. But also, it's really reminding me of like, the Six of Emotions can talk about a past connection as well, you know, really looking into something from the past here. So you may expect to receive people coming up from the past. Remember me saying about you being very attractive and having many suitors, many people wanting to get your attention and wanting to get your interest here in the realm of love and romance. There is some illusion coming through here that I feel like you're going to need to tune into with your inner knowing, your intuition. Turn your gaze within. So yeah, just watch out for any energies coming in from your past, because I do feel like that is, you're going to have an energy of trying to pull you back into your past in some way. But just remember that things you have left in the past, you left in the past for a reason. So that's always going to be your choice whether you decide to bring that back. But that is just another message that is coming through there for you. But ultimately you are aligning with you are stepping into a timeline of a new life, of a new beginning, following your dreams, really tuning into your healing abilities, aligning with passion, devotion, really being appreciated and appreciating all the things around you. And remember, when we appreciate everything around us, it attracts more to us as well. That is another message coming through, just to finish off your reading nicely there. But this has been such a gorgeous reading. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please give this reading a big thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. It truly helps out the channel, and it lets me know that you have resonated with this reading and that you appreciate my energy, and that's really important to me, so thank you so much. Also, feel free to comment how this reading has resonated for you today. I always love to catch up with you, and don't forget to drop a lightning bolt emoji if you'd like to see the next reading in this timeline series for what does your highest timeline look like. So it'd be really interesting to hear back from you if that's something you'd like to see. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. But thank you again for tuning in and for blessing me with your wonderful energy. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye.